If you enjoy this channel, please subscribe. It does help me out. Tonight I'm going to do a video on a couple of aspects of covert narcissism and different models, if you will, that might be helpful in understanding covert narcissism and the narcissistic relationship. First off, the one thing that I've stumbled across, I'm kind of leaning towards agreeing with, because it makes sense to me, not just in my own experience, but a lot of the stuff that I've read, is that one of the things that is more particular, if you will, with covert narcissism versus, say, overt or malignant narcissism, is that whereas, say, with like a malignant narcissist, that malignant narcissist is just horrible and toxic to almost everyone they come in contact with. They thrive on conflict, they thrive on power, they thrive on control. And so just anyone that they are able to either push buttons or dominate is fair game to the malignant narcissist. Whereas one definition going in the opposite direction with the covert narcissist is that the reason that the covert narcissist is called a covert narcissist is because the covert narcissist limits their toxicity to a single person, and that person is their partner. And that to all their friends, all their coworkers, possibly even their own family, they're a wonderful person. They're intelligent, they're charming, they're fun to be around. They're, a hard worker. They're just great to be with and good people and very, empathetic. And to everyone except their partner. And then behind closed doors, the covert narcissist takes off the mask and just feels free to unload the abuse at their partner, under the assumption that the partner's never going to leave. And to, I would go so far as to say, in the narcissist's mind, their partner belongs to them. They own their partner. And so of course their partner's not going to leave, because the partner is nothing but an object that the narcissist owns and can use and abuse as they wish. But again, the key point with the covert narcissist is that narcissistic abuse and toxicity is confined to that single person, the partner in the relationship, and most of the time it's probably going to be behind closed doors, so that the narcissist can keep up the mask, the facade, when dealing with anyone else literally in the world. Another kind of model that's kind of hand in hand with that is the idea that the covert narcissist, their relation with the partner is that of using the partner as a scapegoat. And so that once the love bombing phase has ended and you're starting the devalue phase, that the scapegoating will start, and that if there's something that's bugging the narcissist, project it onto the partner. And if there's something bad happened with a friendship or a coworker at work, push that frustration onto the partner and basically use your partner as a scapegoat. And so any frustrations you have, any emotions that the narcissist isn't able to regulate, just focus and use use your partner as a scapegoat, basically a whipping boy. And that again, this would most likely happen behind closed doors, if not all the time, 99% of the time, so that they could maintain their mask and facade otherwise. And I think the part about this that's like really kind of, devious, and just, extra, adds an extra little bit of evil spice to it, is that if the narcissist is viewing their partner, say a new partner, as a scapegoat, so the love bombing phase is ended, maybe it's day 2 of the devalue phase, things are still really relatively good, and the narcissist is frustrated at work and throws some bile, maybe some, takes some jabs at the partner, and the partner's probably caught off guard and doesn't understand why they're being insulted. Oh, this is really out of character for them. That's odd. Maybe they just had a bad day. I'll let it go. That, once that like first batch of, projecting and insults and stuff has happened, and the partner has been devalued a bit, the narcissist, one, thinks like, okay, I can get away with this. They've literally just shown me that I can get away with this with no consequence. And two, the narcissist, in their weird narcissistic thinking, is like, okay, I did this to them. They're still here. Therefore, I don't respect them as much. I mean, they're actually, that the fact that they stayed when I abused them, I find kind of repulsive and gross. And so they, devalue their partner, and then feel even more free to use them as a scapegoat. And so what happens is, as the relationship goes on, it's like this snowball effect, where the more the narcissist, scapegoat, uses the partner as a scapegoat, and in the process devalues them, the more the narcissist just is repulsed and loses respect for their partner, and just probably by the end is just feeling very agitated and angry that the partner is even there, that even they even exist. And again, and it's not because of anything that the partner's ever done. It is simply because the narcissist has started this snowball effect by starting the devalue phase, and just starting like that first moment of, I'm going to project my frustration at my bad day onto my partner, and then they get away with it, and then it just continues. So I just wanted to share those two kind of models, because I think they're, even if you don't necessarily agree with them as being 100% accurate, I think they're also, or they're very helpful for just getting a new perspective on things. For me personally, I haven't really made up my mind on the whole scapegoat whipping boy relationship, as far as like the covert narcissist and their partner. But as far as having the covert narcissist focused solely on their partner, at least in my experience and a lot of what I've read, that makes perfect sense. And again, I mean, it may sound odd, but the video that I would like recommend people, watch after this if they want to, is the one that I did on narcissism and polyamory, where, because the narcissist at their deepest core is looking for the missing parent they never had, which is in the vast majority of time going to be the mother that they never had, and instead they got a mother which neglected them or abused them, or a combination of the two, that they're looking for that single parent. And I feel like because of that fact, because that's such a deep root of covert narcissism in general, but I think especially covert narcissism, that it does make a lot of sense that the covert narcissist, whether consciously or not, would want to focus that attention on a single person, where it's like, okay, I'm going to idealize you and cross my fingers and hope that you're the parent that I never had, that I want more than anything else in the world. And then when they fail to meet that ideal, then the backlash comes, and then the narcissist spends the rest of the relationship basically being like, okay, you know what? Since you're not the parent that I want, I'm going to punish you. And since my parent neglected, abused me, and did all these other things as I grew up as a child, and I wasn't able to do anything about it, I'm going to punish you for the sins of my parent also. And again, it's very, very focused on a single person. So at least to me, the idea of the covert narcissist focusing all their attention and toxicity on a single person, I totally agree with that. I think that makes perfect sense. I not so much for like say like malignant narcissist, but for the covert narcissist, I think it does fit. So hopefully this video has been helpful. Thanks.